Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
It is extraordinary. What'd you say, Valerie?
Yes, always works.
Yes, always works. I 100% agree. I cannot wait to find out more about you. Do we have the Callagee still around?
There must be some. We might have some technical issues. We'll let's kick this thing off. There he is.
Hello. Happy Thursday. What is cooking?
We are, we have an extraordinary group here today. Sean, we are blessed.
Wait for Gina.
What?
I said, what are you waiting for? Me? I'm kidding.
Let's go. Yeah, maybe.
Let's go. Here we go.
Okay. We have extraordinary ladies with us today, Sean. We have Emma Hawkins coming to us from across the pond. A friend of Natasha's, 6 years experience in the FX market, global currency, financial exchange, trade. Oh goodness. I'm just going to go with foreign real estate, paying foreign currencies and foreign contractors. She believes that building relationships and trust in business leads to more successful outcomes. She's here with us today. There's so much more about her. We're so grateful you're here, Emma Hawkins. Thank you for joining us on The Real Raw.
Pleasure. How are you?
Emma, don't you just feel like there's a disgusting advantage in business because of your voice?
Well, I don't know. I'm single, Sean, so let's see.
What do you think? What do you think, Bella? Does Emma have like a tremendous advantage? Like Peter Swain has this advantage. Yeah. You agree?
I agree. Yes, I 100% agree.
Unblinded elite, Emma, that comes from across the pond in your neck of the woods, I believe. And I just think you guys have an unfair advantage, but I'm just kidding. Your fun fact. What is your fun fact?
Oh, I don't know what my fun fact would be. Do you want something personally or something to do with work?
Probably something that would be one of the most uncomfortable, embarrassing, and revealing things you could possibly share. So sort of NC-17 and more like light R, heavy PG-13. What are you saying?
I think my British side would probably hold back and not be too over the top. Because if I was to actually tell you the truth, you wouldn't believe me, because most people don't.
Okay. Please.
I used to work on radio.
That is a very fun fact, and that is not shocking at all. And what was
I had a 15-year career doing it. I loved it. But decided that I needed to grow some balls and stop that nonsense and join the finance world.
I love it. Bella, I think everybody here is one of your friends. So Emma, welcome to the party.
Thank you, darling. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. Gina, we're having fun with Emma, and who's the other participant?
Oh, thank you, darling. I love that. We have Yemandi Grady. She's CEO, iDesign, real estate, global business solutions advisor, like broker, developer, investor, land expert, investing in endgame coach, mentor, visionary. I mean, she's extraordinary. She is here with us today. Welcome, Yemandi Grady. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
And Yemandi?
Yes.
Yeah, Yemandi, pleasure. And what is your fun fact, please?
That I guess in anything you do, just continue to make light of it and continue to push through the challenging times.
Okay. And what about something perhaps we wouldn't expect to know about you, Yemandi? What would be something I'd be like, oh, really?
That I have 6 kids.
There you go. Yemandi's like in the fun fact game. And like Brady Bunch, boys, girls, what's the deal?
I have 2 boys and 4 girls.
And Yemandi, don't worry, nobody will ever hear this. But who is more difficult, the boys or the girls?
The girls, definitely.
I keep telling Gina and Bella that. They never believe me, Yemandi. So Yemandi, thank you for being here today. Gina, who are some...
Next, yes, we have Valerie Mead Langsden, estate planning attorney for over 20 years, coming to us from the left coast, helping families plan issues regarding wills, trusts, etc. Former president of hospice in Nevada County, and proud owner of a few Arabian horses, Sean, 2 mischievous cats, and a mellow dog named Buddy. Welcome, Valerie. Glad you're here with us today on The Real Raw.
Thank you.
Valerie, thank you for being here. And thank you for your work with hospice. I can only imagine some of the complexities, the emotions, and the dynamics around that leadership. So thank you. And fun fact about you.
Well, the most recent fun fact is I have 2 Arabian geldings. They're 2 years old, and they both got their saddles put on last Friday, and they did wonderfully. They had no bucking, running around, and they're just total sweethearts.
That is amazing. Congratulations on that. And horse support is something that is present here. Dear friend of Unblinded, part of our ecosystem, Siri Lindley, who is one of the greatest motivational speakers in the world. And in fact, she was on the video, cancer survivor, world champion triathlete, and her wife, Beck, are standing for the end of horse slaughter. So we've been involved in supporting their charitable causes and legislation, hopefully eventually being passed to end that in the U.S. So pleasure to bring up horses. And quick question for you is, are the cats or the horses more difficult?
Oh, the horses are bigger. So if the cats are misbehaving, I can just pick them up. The horses are harder to pick up. Right. So definitely the horses are more, and they're just as mischievous sometimes.
Yes. So what I'm learning from you is the mischievous that are in our life, let's make sure they're tiny so we can pick them up.
There you go.
This is why I'm very convinced Willy Wonka closed the gates to the chocolate factory and only worked with Oompa Loompas because he could pick them up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good management tool. But I don't think it would fly by HR though.
To like Loompa Land, so we can rewrite HR policy. So thank you very much for being here today, Valerie.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Gina, from Loompa Land to the Real Raw, who we got?
Coming to us from Florida, Felicitas Colombo, through strategic public affairs platforms and effective communications campaign. She's like a public affairs rock star, Sean. She assists in various projects that concern the U.S. and Latin America, and she's just incredible. She's here with us today. Welcome, Felicitas. We're so glad you're here. Thanks for coming to The Real Raw.
Thank you. Hi, John.
Welcome. And it's Felicitas.
Yes, that's the root of the Latin word for happiness.
Beautiful. Awesome. Felicitas, welcome. That's happy and fun. And what's your fun fact?
So given that we are here in Unblinded, I used to tell clients that I have 20/20/20 vision, and now I can't see. I went to the eye doctor and I can't see that well, but I still refuse to wear glasses. So now I don't know that I will be able to tell my clients that anymore.
Well, you can have 20/20 vision even if you have no sight, Felicitas, because I'm blind. And I think that, I got some vision. So yes, that's a scoop. And I'm sure you have incredible vision yourself, regardless of where your eyes stand. But thank you for that and for being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Gina, we got Valerie, we got Felicitas, and
we have Fallon Hamilton coming from Bella's hometown, better known as Fal. She, by night, she's a poet and author, entrepreneur, workshop facilitator, uses words and the power of manifestation to promote personal growth and self-admiration. And by the way, she's a legal aid attorney by day. She's here with us. Welcome, Fal. Welcome to The Real Raw.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, amazing. I want to get the pronunciation correct. It is
Fallon.
Fallon?
Yes.
Yes, awesome, Fallon. Okay, so Fallon, what type of legal aid work do you see a lot of?
Mainly civil cases. So I do a lot of record clearing, a lot of helping people establish identity, and just getting back on their feet after having interactions with the criminal justice system.
All right, well, thank you for all that work. And how about a fun fact on this Thankful Thursday?
My fun fact would be that my puppy is a camera hog. So anytime I get onto a Zoom meeting, here he comes. So if you hear any barking or panting or requests to play, it's not me, it's the dog.
Well, that is very fun. We have like animals all over the place there. We have cats and dogs and horses and vernicious canibs and snozwangers. It's an amazing day. So Fallon, thank you very much for being here.
Snozwanger.
Yes. Regina, there's a snozwanger in the seat of the role play, right? So Bella Verita, also known as the six-figure sales sorceress, started selling crafts on her front lawn as a tot, progressed into the space of network marketing, became in fact the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada after rising to a level of 7 figures in network marketing, and now is the Mac Mama, the black boot wearing, red hair styling, chief sales sorceress at Align Talent, bringing you the best in sales and marketing to scale and build and grow and to integrate your culture. Bella Verita, how the heck are you?
I'm extraordinary, Sean Callaghy. How about you?
I have had more calm days. That is how I'm doing today. So yes, that is happening.
It's Thankful Thursday. So what are you thankful for today?
I am thankful that soon this Thursday will be over. That is a rare thing to hear from Sean Callaghy, but I am super thankful that in 7 hours I will be going to sleep and I will be starting a day anew because I believe in the scrolls of the greatest salesman in the world, and I will reset the day. Yes, but love all you guys. It's been amazing, and we will have certainly a wonderful time today. And this is unquestionably the highlight of my day once my day got rolling. So yes, this was a wonderful morning, and now, the day got rolling, and here we are. So thankful for being with you guys. And what, Bella Verita, is your fun fact?
Oh, I'm going to go with, since, this is present for me, Sean, I was taught to surf and ski by a blind man. And I have reason to believe that blind man might try to get me up on a surfboard again this weekend. I have reason to believe that.
That sounds
impossible.
Oh boy. And who would that blind man be?
That blind man is Sean Callaghy.
Don't say. That is absolutely extraordinary. So, Bella,
Are you going to sing with me this weekend?
Oh boy, we shall see. I mean, we know there's one, we know the influence skills that Sean has. So I have a feeling we might be in the ocean together. I don't know.
bring your wetsuit. Make sure you have your wetsuit. So let's go. And by the way, if any of you are interested in Madcap Mayhem, that's what we do here on Unblinded. But before that, let's start this thing, Bella Rita. Oh, Gina, thank you for launching us. So little ado, so much time. Strike that, reverse it. We love you. Thank you for launching us into the multiverse.
Thank you, Sean Callaghan, for doing all that you do with the world. It is incredible how you lead influencers to lead with integrity, causing more leadership in the world, creating impact in the way that you do. And I am incredibly honored to be a part of it. Grateful for our family that we have with Unblinded and the multiverse. So everyone here, welcome and have fun. I love you all. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Thankful for you. Bella, who's going first?
I think Emma's ready to go first since we just kind of enroll Yamandi into the role, and Emma just she's ready to go. I think she's ready to rock it.
Emma, how does that sound to you?
I'm in.
All right. So Bella will be anybody, Emma, that you would like her to be. The game is going from hello to yes, because everything in the world begins after yes. Sometimes no. Talk about that at a later time. But yes is what causes things to be built, created, accelerated in management, leadership, recruiting, selling, marketing, relationships, all of it. So who would you like Bella Rita to be?
That's a really good question. I would like to be something to do with business, really.
Sure.
So the business that I have owned and founded, I would. The key to my role is finding FDs, CFOs, anyone who's got money that moves internationally. So that would be if I was going to pick anyone.
So you want that to be somebody who helps money move internationally?
Absolutely, because I'll give you the reason why I've picked that is because in the US, people get bogged down by the word PayPal. Whereas in the UK, we're about 4 years ahead of you. And I run a business that basically changes that world.
Awesome. So Bella, how about this? That you have a business in the US and you're doing business all over the globe. How about Emma, in e-commerce, would that be okay or no?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Bella, you own an e-commerce business, do business all over the world. Good?
Okay.
All right, and let's do it. So Bella, please take us in.
Awesome. All right, Emma. Hello. How are you?
I'm very good, darling. How are you?
I'm excellent. Great to meet you.
And you. I love your hair.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm a 50s vibe girl, and you've got the 50s vibe.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've heard a lot about you, so I'm looking forward to just kind of your thoughts and kind of what we can do together.
Cool. Can't wait. I'm excited. Yeah. So what do you do for a living?
I have an e-commerce company. We sell health products online, and the majority of our business is here in the US, but we do some shipping outside of the US.
So do you import your goods from overseas?
We do not.
Can I ask why?
Well, I think we do some. We do some, and then we do some here in the US.
So where do you get your revenue stream from if you import internationally?
And all of our revenue stream comes from online orders.
So whereabouts in the world? All from the US? Or within the US?
Mostly, yeah. Within the US, mostly. We do have, some outside the US.
So whereabouts outside? Do you ever trade with Canada? The reason I ask that question is quite a large part of US trade is actually done with Canada. And currently I have around about 4 or 5 clients that do exactly that trade. And as it stands at the moment, one of them does PPE, one of them does fireworks, one of them does security systems, and one of them does electrical goods. And they have, in essence, found out about our services by somebody in the UK, because obviously I'm UK based, because they were utilising the services through the bank. That's why I'm asking the question. So I do have a very big understanding of it.
Got it. And tell me a little bit about, because my friend that referred me wasn't totally clear on, what it is that you do. She was just like, you need to talk to this person. And so I definitely want to hear about, and I'm having a call that's going to come in about 20 seconds. So we may need to continue this conversation in just a moment, because I'm really curious to, hear like kind of what you do and how you help businesses.
I help the corporate sector facilitate trade internationally with no fees, no charges. I make money by buy and sell of currency. It's a simple term. The banking system in the US compared to Canada, they take between 3 and 4% off a pricing structure. It's called a spread, but that probably isn't 100% clear. So I started my brokerage to try and facilitate the fee matrix to eradicate it.
I have a quick interruption here really quickly, because I want to hear more about this and more in detail. So if you wouldn't mind if I called you back in just a moment.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent job, Bella. Emma, great work. Appreciate you. Come back in round 2. Yamandi, who would you like Bella to be?
Yamandi? I think she might have gotten a call because she just went off screen. Yamandi?
I'm here. Just 1 second. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I am so sorry about that.
No worries.
I actually put my phone on airplane mode and took it off to verify a Google code, and it just started blowing up. So I apologize.
No, okay, thank you. So Yamandi, who would you like Bella to be?
I would like Bella to be a startup business. Somebody who has a great vision, grandma's secret recipe, and ready to get into the industry and ready to go start selling stuff.
Well, listen, Bella's grandma had a great secret recipe. Do you want to know what it was?
Yeah.
So why don't you be unpacking your grandma's secret recipe and starting a business based upon that?
Okay.
All right. In any way you want, or do whatever you want. So whatever business owner, take us in.
Hi, Yamandi. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I am excellent. My friend Sean Kelly said I should give you a call.
Yes. So I heard that you have an amazing business idea and you're ready to get started. And I'm just interested to know, like, what is your end goal? What do you intend on obtaining from going ahead and turning this idea into an actual business?
Oh, I love that. I think the end goal, because it started, with my, grandmother's recipe, and I think my grandmother, from the South, where I'm from Texas, my grandmother's from Houston. From Oklahoma, and she moved to Houston. And, grandma's food has always just been comforting, right? And I think my long-term vision is to be able to bring comforts, and we really have interest in kind of a one-to-one model where, the food that we distribute also helps feed underprivileged in other countries.
Awesome. So you plan on having creating a nonprofit, or are you going to do a for-profit and just have a portion of your proceeds go towards that nonprofit?
I'm not 100% certain yet.
Okay. So in order for me to really be able to assist you in building out the blueprint, I would definitely need to understand, like, what your big, your end game is as far as what you would like to obtain from, starting this journey.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I think
do you want to make a certain amount of money? Do you want to franchise it to where you're allowing other people to use this to create businesses and revenue for themselves? Do you want
I
to?
would love to franchise it. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Okay. And so would you like to also incorporate to the charity that you're donating to maybe where they can start or incorporate this in their country to be able to make some additional revenue besides what you're actually donating to that organization?
Yeah, that would be amazing. I would love to do something like that.
Awesome. So what is your time frame as far as getting this project started? Have you already started investing into this?
I started selling the product like at farmers markets and stuff.
Awesome.
And it has been wildly successful at the farmers market. And so now I think it's, time to take it into stores.
Okay, awesome. So how do you want to go about getting it into stores? Do you have an idea?
I don't. And you know what? I think this is Whole Foods calling me right now to see how I could possibly maybe get it into their store. So if you don't mind, if I can call you back in a couple of minutes, and I'd love to give your thoughts on where we go from here.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you.
Job, Yamandi. Excellent work. So thank you for that. Bella, had that first round feel for you?
That was super fun, Sean.
Cool. Let's get to the judges and see what they have to say. So Valerie, 30 seconds of feedback, please, for amazing Emma and for Yamandi. 15 seconds what worked, 15 seconds of what could be optimized, and then a score on a scale of 1 to 10. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Please take us in.
So Emma, why were you able to help her? You really didn't give her the I can help you by doing this type of feeling. And you kind of were more asking questions rather than giving her answers, because she was looking for answers. Yamandi, you sounded bored. Like, I really don't care that you're talking to me. And that might have just been, from Houston, but you were like, and I'm not sure who was supposed to convince who. So it was a little bit unfocused.
Okay.
All right. And your score for each what was, Valerie?
8 each.
Nice. All right. Thank you for that. Felicitas, what did you have for Emma?
Yeah, more focused, as well as going forward with the comment that Valerie made, more focused on what it is that the message that you want to convey. I know it's very hard in just a few minutes, but I would, repetition is like key to convey a message. And for Yamandi,
did you give a score? Your score?
Yes, 8.
Okay.
Yes, because it was very well explained. I think what you did in simple words. It was very clear what it is that you do. And for Yamandi, yes, I would focus more or less the same comment. I would focus more on deliverables, what it is that this interaction is aimed at, and I would give Yamandi an 8 as well.
Nice. Thank you, Felicitas. Fallon, please, what did you have for Emma?
So Emma's voice just off the rip is like so just pleasant to listen to that I feel like I would be kind of wrapped into whatever she was selling. Maybe less compound sentences so that it won't be too confusing to kind of see what the actual point would be. But otherwise, I feel like her tone and just her energy and just kind of her knowledge of the business, I would definitely be comfortable doing work with her, and I'll give her a 8.
Nice. Excellent. And how about for Yamandi?
For Yamandi, I would say that you did sound a little too passive, maybe. I wouldn't say boring. I'm from the South, so I'm used to people talking slow, but maybe just a little bit more energy as far as what you want exactly for her to do. I think you built a good rapport with her, but as far as a product or just making it clear to the point, concise what you were wanting. I didn't really get just drawn into the exact XYZ of what you were asking for. So I would say a 7.
Nice. Excellent. Thank you for that, judges. Wonderful job. And we're at round 2. And we're going to flip this thing around. And Yamandi, Bella is back to continue the conversation about grandma's recipe and franchising. Are you ready?
I am.
All right, Bella, take us in.
Hello, Yamandi. I'm back.
Hi, how'd the conversation go?
It's looking good. Looking good.
Awesome. So what does that mean exactly? Are you ready to start putting together a partnership with Whole Foods?
This was just the first initial stage. There's a lot of things that they need in place, and you know, ingredients and preservatives and like all of these things. So I think we're a bit of a ways away from that. But this was at least the first conversation.
Okay, and have you already identified what attorney you're going to be working with to go ahead and, you know, make sure that you're protecting your interest in grandma's recipe and all of the information that you're providing them? Are you speaking with somebody that can assist you in making sure that all of your IP and information is being protected?
I am not. I got a lot of attorneys around me, but none of them like have I actually spoken to this about, so no.
Okay, so I strongly encourage you to kind of hold off any further conversation with anybody else until you kind of get those foundational pieces and really understand what you're looking to obtain out of these partnerships. Is it a monetary goal? Is it just getting your brand recognized? And if so, do you have a trademark on your, you know, your logo, on your business name? So there's a lot of foundational pieces that I would definitely encourage you to look into before taking the step to deal with some of these bigger corporations.
Got it. I appreciate that. Thank you for that advice.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions about that?
No, so tell me like what it is that you do, because you became highly recommended, and what, you know, what we might could do together.
So I'm really big on truly leaving behind legacies. I have 6 kids, and I want to make sure in this whole new world that, you know, people are unfortunately being left behind in, that our assets and everything that we're leaving behind and working on and building and grandma's secret recipe are truly being protected. So I really focus and emphasize on making sure that there's all of the levels to having a business are properly protected to be able to actually transfer over that real generational wealth and that legacy.
Awesome.
Well,
Well,
that is fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, excellent work, Yamandi. Appreciate you. How'd that feel for you?
For me?
Yeah, for you. Yeah, for you, Yamandi. Yeah.
So I guess I don't normally approach it this way. I guess I'm just one of those doers that just do it and connect people. So I guess this conversation is really new for me because most people, when they come to me, I guess it's just a different, we're at different stages. So I've never really had to do it from this, you know, brand new phase to really kind of dissect it. And I really, you know, there's ways in which to properly structure everybody's legacy, but understanding where she wants to go is always, you know, that's how my brain works in order to help her, you know, really map out a blueprint that's going to be fitting for her and truly establishing the things that she needs to establish to protect herself and her business.
Excellent. And remember, the work that we're doing here, please remember, is all about the idea of getting to yes. Whether it's in a leadership dynamic, a marketing dynamic, new, old, middle relationship, any scenario that we want. This isn't about selling. This is about people create influence by getting to yes. Fundraising for charity, fundraising for a company. So, you know, I think you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Emma, Bella's back, and she needs some enlightenment from how far ahead the UK is on all the dynamics that you're bringing. So please take us in.
Hello, Bella, darling. How was your call?
It was fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Good. Can I just revisit something after our conversation?
Yep.
Do you actually make any overseas payments?
I do think we do in Canada.
You sounded rather vague, so I thought I would just revisit that. I didn't know where you stood with it. So you
I'm not sure. I'd have to check with our accounting department, but I think we do.
So can I ask you a question? And this will just require a yes or a no answer. Are you interested in saving money on your banking charges?
Well, of course.
Good answer. That's the right answer. We facilitate a fee matrix where we can basically save you money on all banking charges, includes landing charges, making payments. But, and this is the but part, you would have to import into the US or export out of the US to be able to maintain those services. So I would be quite clear to make sure that that was something that you do. If your accountant or your FD, who would be the person that I would like to speak to iron out that confirmation, whether it was something that you do, because beyond that, we wouldn't be able to do business, which would be a shame.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I would definitely like to put you in touch with them because I would like to see what we could do to save the money.
Perfect. I certainly would like to explore it, and I think that's always the next best step. Thank you, Bella.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Excellent job, Emma. How did that feel for you, Emma?
Well, I want to buy Grandma's recipe. I'm not going to lie. I decided I don't want to do FX no more. I'm going to start buying Grandma's chicken recipe. No, it's all cool. It's all cool. The reason that I was a bit vague in the first part was the fact that I'm not sure she answered my question when I wanted to know, do you import or export? That was quite key to me because that would have defined whether I wasn't interested. And I hate to say it, I would have been blunt here in the UK and I'd just put the phone down. If somebody says we don't do it, I don't waste any time. I'm driven. Yeah. So that would have been okay, thank you very much for your time. Very polite. Oh, lovely. Go and have a cup of tea. Whereas if it was an answer that if I knew that it was something that you were interested in, then I would have dug deeper. I felt a bit, it was too vague in the beginning. But from experience, when talking to the US, the service that we provide is vague because they've never heard of it. So that's why I was expecting you to be vague and I wanted you to be vague. So that's why I then go very direct with regard to, do you want to save money on banking charges, which is something that US companies pay constantly. It's quite a high loss for them. Yeah. So it's something that I try and explore as much as possible, hence asking to talk to the FD, because we all just want to talk to the big cheese because they're the people that would decide whether there is savings there, which we make every day. So that was my steering anyway.
Emma talking to the big cheeses. Excellent. So Emma, would you like to have some more fun? And Yamandi, would you like to have some more fun?
I'm in until 9 o'clock because it's 9 o'clock here in the UK and I've got to put my children to bed. And then I'm bailing. I can't lay any later.
Okay, awesome. So we have a few minutes to go, correct?
Well, correct. You have 13 minutes, darling.
Yes, 13 minutes is perfect and all we need. So in this time frame, Emma, would you like to create a scenario where you get to put me on the hot seat and I have to go from hello to yes in a scenario? The only request is that it's integrous. So we're not selling swampland in the middle of London where there's no swamps. We are selling something integrous, and it could be a politician. I could have to be a fundraiser, ideal client scenario of any avatar. So anything that would be a relevant yes. Seeking. Would you like to put me on the hot seat and set the scenario?
Now, so I've got to think of a scenario. Can't think of one off the top of my head what I'd want you to be.
Make him a fundraiser for a horse rescue in the UK.
Oh God, darling, you're going to not like me, but I don't like horses.
Okay, so what about a freight person? What about somebody who's actually assisting with getting stuff overseas?
I just can't think of a scenario where I want you to. To be fair, I would rather you be a blind date.
Okay. And so what would be the out? So I am.
Well, you're going to take me out for dinner.
Okay. So, all right, let us begin. So this is to get to the blind date or this is at dinner?
Well, I don't really know, but it might help my dating game, Sean, because I'm a single Pringle.
Okay.
So if we go through this process and I get a yes, this is my process, Sean. You've just basically opened up my world.
Do you want me to be you, or you want me to be the male?
You're going to be you,
Okay.
and I'm going to be me.
All right. So, hey, Emma, how are you doing?
I'm very well indeed. How are you?
I am doing quite well.
I love your accent, by the way.
Oh, thank you. And I love yours as well. And so
I've always wanted to date an American.
So what I am present to, Emma, is that you are very driven, very direct, very accomplished. And so what's the vision and the mission that you have in life?
I've decided my motto would be time is precious and waste it wisely. So I'm not going to spend all of my time dating people that I don't like. I'm not going to spend all of my time dating people that don't interest me, that don't have the same passions as me, or love dogs like me, or love my kids like me. But I would like somebody for me. I'd like somebody that enjoys going out, being spontaneous. And to be honest, Sean, I read your profile and I was hooked.
Interesting. And what did you find in there that was something relevant for you?
I felt your personality came across quite nicely in your photographs. I like your voice. I liked the fact that you were driven. I like the fact that you've got your head screwed on when it comes to business. I own my own business well, and I like men that can share that worry and passion at the same time. I quite like the fact you love surfing. I like the fact you love skiing. I learned to ski in Michigan, by the way, which is fantastic. So all of those activities that you do are quite liked. So I would like to go out for dinner.
Amazing. So let me ask you a quick question. Thank you. I am honored, extraordinary. So in your world, obviously you mentioned you have children. That's beautiful and wonderful. How old are your children?
My son is 18, my daughter's 15, and my baby is 12.
18, 15, and 12.
Do you have kids?
I do. I have a son and two daughters. My son is 21. My daughters are 19 and 17. So similar with age spacing. So you have a son and two daughters, did you say?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Oldest son and then two daughters?
Yeah.
That is oddly coincidental. So what has that dynamic been like for you, Emma? How does your son, the oldest, relate to your daughters? Like, how does that all, mix?
We're a really close family. I'm a single mum, obviously. Work hard. They're a great support. They've got great energy, and we laugh. And that for me is probably the thing that I love the most about us. That we can, we call it here in the UK, a bit of banter. Just a bit of mucking around and just to be free-spirited, I guess. We're quite spontaneous as a family, quite outdoorsy. Yeah, just good fun.
That's awesome. If you had one dream for the magic that you're going to leave and embed into your children, one thing that you hope for their legacy, their heart, what would that be?
Work hard. That's not about revenue, and that's not about earning potential. That's just working hard, being good at what you do, to be content, to be happy, and to always know what love is.
And what is love to you, Emma?
Genuine. Love is genuine. Love is something that nobody can pay for. Love is something that nobody can give you if they don't believe that. Yeah, love is a special thing if you come across it. Have you been in love?
Yes, I have.
How does it make you feel?
Happy, joyful, aligned, like 1 + 1 = a lot more than 2. That you can create and inspire incredibly magical things in other people. And so, and I think I think for a lot of folks in the world, we've all faced disappointment and frustration and pain. And sometimes I think it's hard for people to keep their heart truly open to people. So my greatest wish in the work that we teach here at Unblinded is to love everybody unconditionally with boundaries, and to seek fun and magic, and to realize that in every encounter we have with people, which is easier said than done, is to remember that everybody either has a loving response or cry for help. And if we can keep that empathy and love, and we have the fun and magic, that I think we have something that's very much on the right track. So I'm going to ask if we could pause. You are extraordinary, and I appreciate this discussion very, very much. So thank you, Emma.
No worries, darling.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Emma, how'd that feel for you?
Well, I hope I'm going to get a date eventually.
I am sure
You're a tough cookie.
Yeah, you'll have many, and you are absolutely.
Oh, I'm only mucking around. It's all good fun, but it's not everybody is very conversational during any form of, even business or pleasure. Some people just have the inability to talk.
Yeah. If I could share something extraordinary, and I know everybody's getting tight on time. So and Bella's going to mention this, on Monday nights, we unpack this formula and mechanism. I have reached a state of emotional rapport in conversation one-on-one with every single human being I've talked to for the last 15 years, where truly openness reigns, and there's a mechanism and a dynamic that is so present and powerful, and that's a part of the work that we do here. But it is true, and a lot of people are closed, especially men and women in many regards. And the ability, once we give people what Oprah Winfrey said, which is, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me, the world of conversation with that person changes if they believe it's authentic. And we can bring people to that. And I'm hearing you loud and clear, Emma. I know we're having fun and being silly. You're an extraordinary person who's accomplished a lot as a professional, seem like an outstanding human being and mom. And I think there are incredible people there that you can open their listening in ways that, I would challenge everybody to come to Monday night and to listen. And I really appreciate the fun and courage of your scenario and all that you're doing. It was very impressive. Thank you. Yeah. Bella Verita, it is never a dull moment here on The Real Raw. What say you, my friend?
It is definitely a never dull moment, and it's always fun to watch you. I think this is like the second dating experience. That one time Sean had to go from hello to yes on a blind date to get someone to marry him on that blind date. So that was for legal reasons. So that was super fun.
Yes, immigration status dynamics. So why don't we do this? Let's. I know we're tight, so let's perhaps ask each of the judges for 30-second final on how their experience was and what they're taking away from today. So how about we go with Felicitas? Hey, quick 30 seconds, Felicitas. How was your experience today on The Real Raw, and anything you're taking away?
I love the experience, and I thank everybody for welcoming me here in this platform. And I really love the fact that we are mixing personal and professional dialogue. I think the dynamic with Emma's last role play was we went deep into the basics of human connection, and I think it's a fantastic example of how we can engage people also in the professional realm as well.
Yeah. Well, Felicitas, thank you so much for being here. And we say all the time in Unblinded is there's no pitching, there's no hooking, there's no closing, there's no funneling. There's just authentic emotional rapport between human beings, and going from hello to yes and integrity, which means that we're adding more than we're taking. So Felicitas, you have added more than you have taken for sure. And thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Alan, how was your day here rolling with us, and anything you're taking away?
I appreciate just the genuine conversation, just the asking a question and sincerely listening to the answer, just community building amongst the two of you all. I can definitely see a difference between having a conversation that is empathetic and more so impactful than just loading someone with information or just drilling somebody with questions. So I appreciate the rapport building and just the sincerity of the interaction.
Yes, well, thank you for that. And thank you for everything you're doing here today, Fallon. Yamandi, how was your day and experience here on the Raw today?
It was really good. I definitely appreciate it. I came on as another role and raised my hand to kind of participate, but I liked kind of being pushed out of my comfort zone. I definitely have not participated in many events such as this, so I definitely appreciate all of you for putting it on.
And you know why you haven't participated in an event like this, Yamandi? Because there is none. No, just thank you. I appreciate you enormously. Emma, how was your day today here on The Real Raw? And really appreciated your vulnerability, courage, and fun and mucking around.
Night time here, darling, now. I'm leaving to go and put my kids to bed. They've got school tomorrow, and they've just come in and went, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I'm now going to disappear off. So thank you very much for hosting. Bella, you're gorgeous. And thank you ever so much. And you guys, you know, you say about accents. I like the American accent because it's really cute, but you don't see it because it's a UK thing. But I love an American accent. I'll take that to my dating game, guys.
Awesome.
All right.
I've got to go. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye. Thank you. So, Bella Verita, final thought. Did we get to everyone, Bella?
I believe so. Yes, we did.
No, I think we...
Everybody has their experience yet?
So Valerie, how was your day today on the Real Raw?
Well, I think I really appreciated your candor and your heart. So thank you for expressing. I could really feel your genuine concern and rapport. So I really enjoyed the interaction with Emma. So I had a great time.
Well, thank you.
And have you ever been horseback riding?
Me?
Mr. Scuba diver and surfboarder?
Heck yes, I have. And not only that, I was on a trip with the Tony Robbins Platinum Partnership, and I actually took third out of 80 people in barrel racing as a blind man around barrels. Like, that is a true. I almost got through. I was so competitively driven that I wanted to win, and I overshot the first barrel, and I almost went flying over the fence off the horse. Thank God I didn't, but did take third out of the group, and people were like mind blown. So I love animals. I love horses, and it's extraordinary what you're doing, and congratulations on your 2 geldings.
Thank you. You guys have a great week.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you.
Take care.
Final. What you mentioned it already. Monday nights is we invite everybody back. What is Unblinded? Like, how to unpack the formula so that you can get more yeses to have more time, money, and magic. And aside from that, something the team is going to reach out to you. You definitely want to take that call. So we just thank everyone for being here. And Mr. Callaghy, back to you.
Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Truly appreciate it. We're thankful for you, Bella Verita. You are extraordinary. Thank you for all that you bring to not only the Unblinded ecosystem, but the world. So thank each and every one of you. Have a beautiful day, because we are all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Take care.